Listen up, listen up, listen up, because I sure enough got some stuff that needs to be discussed. This is Marvina Sims of We Win Queendom, which stands for Women Empower Women in Need. I had a voice say to me, and I wrote it down on yesterday, even in our losses, we have plenty to gain. Even in our losses, we have plenty to gain. Now, I don't know what this might mean to you, but I do know for me, it means everybody that I have lost, everything that I have lost, did not hurt me as much as it has caused me to gain something. Let me say that again. It did not hurt me as much as it has caused me to gain. Now, I'm not saying that I wasn't hurt. Definitely hurt. To the gut of my soul hurt. But looking back, I can see where it has allowed me to gain something in my life. And that is empowerment, peace, joy, happiness, content. And I am grateful for these things because at one time, these things seemed foreign to me. It almost felt like it would have been somebody else's life to actually come out of a rut and be able to be in a situation of such solitude and peacefulness. I just don't even have another word, because once you come out of something after being in it for so long, it just seems like this is a whole new world, a whole new life that I couldn't even fathom, however the word goes, before. I have lost so much in the past few years. Let me tell you, in 2016, my mom passed away due to an accident at her dialysis center. She was in a coma for a few weeks, in a sleep-induced coma for a few weeks, and me and my sisters and brother at the time, my deceased brother now, had to decide when we should pull the plug. I don't know if you ever went through this. If you have, you know exactly what I'm saying about pain. It's a horrible feeling. So after my mom passed, I figured my brother couldn't handle it because he ended up committing suicide. And that too weighed heavy on me because I felt like I could have said more, could have did more to help, make him change his mind, So that guilt ate me up, that shame, all of that woulda, coulda, shoulda. It was a hard time letting that go. So now I believe my brother did what he did because we lost our mom. And so I had an older nephew who my brother spent much of his youth time with, kind of mentoring him. So I knew this older nephew was having trouble because he said, he was really mad at my brother for doing what he did, which is his uncle. He said, I'm really mad at Uncle for doing that. He didn't have to do that. And I told my nephew, I said, you need to get help. You want to seek professional help to help you deal with this? Because I did. I had to go to seek therapy to get help for my therapy, for my mental state after losing them. And so my nephew's like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Little did I know his good meant he was ill. And he knew he was going to be checking out soon. And so when he said to me, when I see him, he said this to me before he left, when I see him again, I'm going to get him. When I see him again, I'm going to get him. And I knew something more was in that, but I just didn't dig in like I should have, or like I wished, or feel like I should have, because I feel now that everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. There's nothing we could change about what happens in our lives. Only what we can change for us within. So then after that nephew passed away because he fell ill. So to me, I say some people commit suicide in different ways, and I felt like suicide by bad health was my nephew's choice to decide to go. That was in 2016, 17. That was in 2018. 2019, oh yeah, I'm not done, y'all. My youngest nephew, which is my brother's son who committed suicide, he was hit by a hit and run car. He was hit and run. Not a car. It was a truck. So after that truck plowed him into the street, another semi-tractor trailer truck ran him over. Yeah. And I remember that call that night so well. It was in the middle of the morning. All of these calls seem to have been in the middle of the morning. No, not all of them. At least 2 of them. So I'm here because those losses. Oh, wait. One more. In that same year, 2019, another loss that I had was my marriage. I got a divorce. And let me mind you, I didn't just lose at the divorce. It was happening way before that. It just took me some time to realize when that decision needed to be made. But here it is, more losses, all these losses for me. So I know where I am now in a much more peaceful place, going through the healing process of taking care of my mental state, my physicality, because I am definitely trying to eat right. Because, a lot of the things that we go through, the stresses and things that we endure, that causes a lot of physical health problems. So I'm just trying to keep my mind right so the rest will follow. And so with those losses is what I gain, a better me, to be able to sit here and tell you my testimony and to encourage you that just because you lose something don't mean that you don't have plenty to gain. Because now this is the time you have to kind of stop thinking about what you lost. Not kind of, but do. Stop thinking about what you lost and focus on what you need to try to gain. Where do you start to start putting the pieces back together? How does that look for you? It's time to begin that journey. It's time to start anew. Because if somebody had told me 10 years ago that I would be in the place that I am now, tranquility, happiness, joy, and still in the process of healing, but for most days I am experiencing much better days. And this is what my life had to come to in order for me to get where I am. And so, see, people used to say, I don't want to get changed or get converted in my life after getting hit by a bus. Well, I used to say, God, you don't need to hit me with a bus. I promise you, just the subtle things and hints will get my attention. But having those losses, it's much worse. I think I would have rather gotten hit by a bus. Now, don't want that to happen, though. Just trying not to put them words out into the universe so God can hear it. But anyway, I said all that to say, no matter what you have lost in your life, there is so much more to gain. This is Marvina Sims. I'm signing off. And remember, when women empower women in need, we win. Enjoy this beautiful, blessed new day. God bless.